You're listening to the SS Experience.
What do you think about him musically, though, as a DJ? I mean, when you do be at places, do you hear his shit played?
No.
Oh, okay. That kills that.
On SMG.
So I remember you were saying that you had this idea for the book a long time ago, but you decided to drop it, now. Why?
It was just timing, man. I've been putting it off, just like anybody else that has an idea and they sit on it, they put it off, or, it just wasn't important at the moment. I have been sitting on it for about a year. So I came up with the title and the table of contents when I was leaving Tampa. I went down there for my birthday last year, and I was in the airport waiting to board. And I came up with the title, the table of contents, and it just sat. Honestly, I ain't even save it in my Google Drive, bro. Like, I texted to a friend of mine. I had to go back in the thread to find the table of contents, but I didn't save it. That's how serious I didn't take it. So, yeah, man, I just so when COVID came, shut everything down. I'm like I said, I haven't been DJing, doing karaoke or anything like that. I just been in the house. I said, let me go ahead and just knock this joint out.
So what would you say was the most challenging part to speak about?
It wasn't necessarily anything hard to speak on. I would say the toughest or the challenging part was just making sure everything flowed and that people could follow along. That was the part because, as Black folks, when we tell a story, man, we jump, we tell like 4 or 5 different stories in one. So, and then if we forget something, we gotta ad-lib that in there, So that was the main thing. I wanted to make sure that everything flowed smoothly and that it was easy to follow along and that people could actually picture. I want to paint a picture with my words to give them that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so DJ321.com, spell out the 2, is where you can get the eBook, How to Fire Your Boss. What's the reception been like so far?
A lot of people, I think I did about 50 sales, I want to say. So a good portion of the people that bought it that, gave me feedback, the consistent response has been, they've been motivated. They look at their situation and they're like, they use that book as a reference to figure out, okay, how can they get out of, leaving that toxic job or, getting out of that toxic, whack ass job situation. So the feedback has been great, man. I wrote it to inspire people. That was the main thing. It wasn't about profits or anything like that. I wasn't even trying to make big money from it. I just wanted to just impact the people that, that purchase it. So, and that's what happened. A lot of good feedback, inspiration, people wanting to fire their boss now. So it's crazy.
Well, big money is always the goal. So DJ321.com is where you can pick up the ebook, How to Fire Your Boss. So I know the stories and I know that you're down to share the stories, but just because, we're trying to, act like real journalists and shit. Because when you write a book like this, How to Fire Your Boss, it always comes from personal, experience or just like personal feelings, whatever. Because if not, it's pretty much like, why write the book? It's like, why would I write a book about how to drive a stick shift if I don't know how to drive a stick shift? But just so the audience can, vibe that, okay, he gets it. I'm going to go get his book.
Yeah. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted, like when Dame Dash went on The Breakfast Club, man, this had to be about 4 years ago already. Crazy.
Hell yeah.
I feel like he was talking to me when he pretty much son DJ Envy. I feel like he was talking to my ass too. I was sitting there like, damn, like he's right.
You don't own this. You don't own the name of this.
Yeah, like if somebody could dictate your pay and when you can leave and come to work and where you live, like you might as well call him daddy. I was like, oh shit, like that shit really touched me, So But even before then, man, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like, I looked up to guys like DJ Drama, DJ Khaled, how they were able to move on their own terms. And I even mentioned that in the book. You know, that was my inspiration to, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to move on my own terms. I want to be able to set my own pay and work when I want to work, and, you know, things of that nature. So that was the inspiration behind, you know, like, okay, it's time. And then, of course, the fuck shit, as you like to say, you know, that went down at the radio station. You know, a person can only take but so much, you know, and getting paid $7.70 an hour. You got a college degree. You're in your 30s. I was 31 at the time, going on 32. I said, this can't be. Nah, I can't settle for this. So that was the inspiration behind it.
100%. And DJ321.com, spell out the twos, where you can get the ebook, How to Fire Your Boss.
Thank you for listening to the SS Experience. For exclusive and live content, download the SMG Podcast Network app.